Well, this is fruit harvest season in our house. Right now we're busy with peaches. They're small. It's been a very dry year and we didn't thin the trees a lot, but they're delicious. So last night Will cut up a bunch of peaches, and one of my favorite things to make is our preserves. This particular one is called Heavenly Peach Preserves. And I gotta say, it won me a blue ribbon at the state fair the first year I made it. I haven't quite had the luck of that since then, but I keep trying. The downside of preserves is that there's a lot of sugar in them. We do it as a treat, but really you put about half and half sugar, so it's not a terrific health food. What I've done here is just cut the peaches, mixed them with sugar, left them overnight, and we'll boil them down. This is a recipe that I make without pectin, so it does take a lot longer to make, to kind of cook it down. And then put the jars in here to sterilize them. The simple thing about preserves is you don't have to be overly concerned about botulism or some of the bacteria. I mean, you have to be very clean and boil the jars, but with all the sugar that you put in with it, there's not much that can live there anyway. So you just boil the jars, boil the lids, boil the peaches, and when they're thick enough, we'll ladle them into the jars and seal them with the new seals. One year when we belonged to a community-supported agriculture group, the CSA, and I had always eaten vegetables and grown salads in our home gardens and appreciated them totally. But this year when we belonged to the CSA, each week we got copious amounts of vegetables, and it was just so good, and it was the combination of it being so tasty and so much of it that when I went back to try using some other vegetables from the store, the flavor, I had gotten so used to that tremendous flavor and freshness that I really felt transformed. It's like I just can't go back to eating those types of foods on a regular basis. And I remember thinking the farmers that I knew were kind of snotty about saying they couldn't buy a tomato in winter because it just didn't taste real and delicious. And for the first time I understood why they said that, because that's the way I felt. It's, you know what, I can do without a tomato in winter. And that's pretty much what we do now. We'll supplement our salads and dinners with, you know, a pineapple or a cucumber in the wintertime, but for the most part, we just don't enjoy things that aren't fresh as they could be. So I think really thoroughly enjoying fresh flavors is a gift, and we're enjoying it more and more. And it's something we're trying to get other people into. Well, there's the whole local food movement, whole seasonal food movement, where people are focusing on recipes and what's available. I think they did a study at UNC about people eating here locally for what was in season for a full year, and they have some results of that out. So, I mean, of course it's possible. We haven't gone that far yet, but we may soon.